haunting since time began. Raw side paranormal seeks the truth, looking for some kind of real proof. Creepy floorboards and eerie dark mist. Grab your camera and document this. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. The icy air touches your neck. You feel like screaming, but you stay in check. Orbs rising up to take the magical flight. You can't believe what's happening tonight. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side.
Everybody, welcome. What we got? Got that screwed up there. Let's fix that. With technical difficulties and what else is new with the internet, you know? How's everybody doing today? Happy hump day. We're halfway there, guys. Hope everybody had a great day. Let's see who's come to hang out with us. Hey, Miss Caroline, how's it going? There's Cree, the lovely Cree. My the wisdom of music. How are you doing, sir? And there he is, Sir Wayne. How are you, Wayne, darling? Glad you could join us. Let's see who else has come to hang. Steph, there's Steph. Sage, the lovely Sage. Miss Betty, how are you, sweetie? I hope I got everybody. Did I get everybody so far? I hope so. Yeah, it's been one hell of a day here. I am totally exhausted. Oh, Tom, didn't want to forget about Tom. There you are. Hello, sir. Yeah, craziness around here. So now we get to sit and relax and enjoy a good conversation with a great couple of people. Hey, Joan, how's it going? We're glad you could join us. Hello, welcome, Jess. There's Leanne. It happens. Gives you time for obligatory hellos. Yeah, I know. Technical difficulties. I don't know. It drives us nuts. Keeps us on our toes, that's for sure. But welcome, everybody. I want to have you guys help me in joining and welcoming Haunted Souls, Dan and Madie. And without further ado, guys, put those hands together and welcome them to the stage. There they are. Look at those smiles. Lovely. Leanne, get off my lawn. Oh my God, you kill me. So how are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Good to hear it.
Is there an echo on our end?
I don't know. I don't have anything else running, but
I hear it in my headphones.
Yeah.
I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, I don't hear any echoing. Oh, please.
That's okay. We'll deal with it.
Hopefully it doesn't drive you insane.
It's okay. As long as you don't hear it and they don't hear it, it's all good.
Yeah, no, I'm not hearing any echo. So
okay.
So did you guys have a good day today? I hope so.
Oh, it was rainy. Very rainy.
Yeah,
Super rainy
same,
here.
same here. Better than snow though, because you don't have to shovel rain. That's how I look at
That's
it.
Yes.
true.
See, this is how you gotta do it. Welcome in, Susan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I like to start things off, but everybody knows that you guys are a paranormal investigation team. And everything that's been going on in the drama world, we're not going to touch base on that because everybody's beat that to death. But what I like to
Mhm.
start off the show is who you are as individuals. So one of you can jump in and start. Let us know who you are as individuals before we get into your paranormal side.
We just pointed at each other. That tells you anything who we we both
You go
live.
first.
You
You
go
go
first.
first.
I'll go first. So my name is Madie. I am 22 years old. I started the paranormal at a very young age. Before I was born, my dad's father passed away. And so, did you just mute yourself?
Yeah.
They can't hear me. I don't think so. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
No, I can't hear them. Yeah. So mute yourself. You're fine.
I was
Um,
trying to get the echo.
It's fine. We're just gonna deal with it. So my grandfather passed away before I was on board, and
She said about you, not your paranormal.
Right. Well, we
Well,
want to.
this
Yeah,
She's
we
is-
like
want to
you and your
know.
personal self.
well, yeah,
Like you're 22, you're going to school to be a college nurse.
already.
Listen to the question.
How she gets so pretty, all stuff like that.
We say, thank God she's so pretty.
Oh God! If you can't tell, we're father and daughter, and yeah.
That's all right.
So I'm
Alright,
going to
I
thank
won't
you for
want
stealing
to.
my thunder. You could have just told me to think about it different. I am going to nursing school. I am in college, and I do this in paranormal. That's about it. I don't have other lives between going to nursing school and paranormal. That's about it. You go.
I'm Dan. I'm Maddie's dad. I don't know. I don't do too much other than
We don't
run the
have
paranormal.
lives.
Yeah, that's a weird question. I've never had that. I don't know what to say about myself.
You were just hating on me for answering about paranormal, and now you want to sit there and do that? Oh, okay.
No, yeah, I'm 54 years old. I've been in the paranormal for about 10 years. I used to be a railroader. Pretty much a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Now, do you want the paranormal side? So I've been doing the paranormal for about 8 years. I started out with a friend asked me to go to a ghost hunt, MSP, one of the largest in Missouri, and I was hooked. I started working for a company, and then I decided to start our own company, and that's how I got my kids involved, and now the Maddie's the only one that's kinda left.
Yeah.
This echoes.
I can't hear her anymore. I don't know what button you pressed.
Oh.
I can't hear anything now. So like I was saying before, I saw my grandpa. He passed away before I was born. And is she talking?
She's muted. I think she's muted on her side.
I don't know. Yeah, can't hear.
I can't hear her at all. No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I can't hear. Can you guys hear us? Okay, so they can hear us. That's on her side then.
They said that we can't hear her either. Okay.
This one says we can't hear her, but we can hear Maddie and Dan.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Is that better?
Hey,
Because everything's so squirrely here. Oh my god.
that's just us. We're always having technical difficulties.
We're having
Yes.
hair issues now. Yeah, the demons are out tonight, guys.
Yes.
Hit the avatar because everybody's going to start having a stroke because of the strobe thing going on. So that just solves that problem. And then I'll just beat the camera up with a hammer later.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Anyway, I want to know, either of you, did you have your own paranormal experience that actually got you into this field?
Yeah. I started seeing when I was very young, I started seeing my grandpa who passed away before I was born. I played with him. And then when I was older, I had a dream that my aunt passed away. She went up to heaven. And then the next morning, my parents asked me, or they told me that my aunt had passed away. And I was like, I know, I had a dream about her last night. And so after that, I just always felt drawn to the paranormal. And basically, I was watching like the YouTubers, sadly enough, that kept me into it.
Right.
And then my dad went on an investigation, and then he said, "Hey, you want to go?" And I said, "Sure." I went to MSP for my first one, and then after that, just I kept going back. It was that one investigation that kept me going, and really drew me into the paranormal.
Nice. How about you, Dad? What was your first paranormal experience?
My first paranormal thing was I had a kid in high school that we used to hang out with. His mom was a witch, and their house was haunted. And she was like, I'd never believed in it, and she would always be like, "Hey, come in here and check this out." When he was walking around upstairs, so that was my first really experience, and then Madison doing the things when she was younger, and then I just I watched. I didn't really watch a lot of shows. I watched like Ryan Buell's show. That seemed like the most legit one. But then, like I said, a friend of mine said, "Hey, let's go to MSP." I was like, "Sure, no problem." And I had a great experience. I was hooked. And then I started working for them, and then I started our own company.
Fantastic. So you guys are based in Missouri, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. Can we say just like a roundabout whereabout? I used to live in Missouri a long time ago, so I'm just curious about
St. Louis,
whereabouts.
Fenton area.
St. Louis.
About
Oh, okay, not too bad. Hey,
30
Carla,
minutes
welcome
outside the
in.
city.
Hi, Stacy. I was in the northeast corner on the Iowa border.
Okay.
Small
Up by
town
St.
called
Joe.
Memphis, Missouri. It was the place that I lived in, and great place if you're retired. Otherwise, forget it. The highlight living there was cutting the grass, and that's no joke. So, but there is a house there that is like wicked haunted because my sister-in-law lived in it.
Oh, wow.
And of course, the time that she lived there, we weren't there. And she sold it before I got a chance to get back there because there was some really bad stuff that happened there. And I was like, shit, I figured she sold it and I couldn't get in it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's usually how that stuff works. So, as far as your beliefs with the paranormal, what do you believe? Because everybody has their own belief when I ask this question or their own way of thinking. What do you believe we become after we leave the physical body? Do we transition to something else, or what are your beliefs?
I don't have really a religion. I would say I think mine's more of like learning and my experiences with the paranormal. I think my belief in that kind of lines up with the paranormal. I believe that when you pass, um, I don't know. I don't. Sometimes it might be a choice. Sometimes it might. That part I get a little. I don't know, but I think that if your soul or your spirit is tied with something here, whether that be you think it's unfinished or you don't want to leave it and you want to keep experiencing it, you go to it. Um, and I think that's what causes you to be stuck or be still here. When we feel our loved ones or anything like that, maybe they didn't want to leave us. They don't want to completely move on. Or what we do with the paranormal. You know, we go to houses or schools that are haunted. There's spirits there. Maybe that was like their happiest time. So that's kind of my belief about it. That if you don't want to leave, you don't have to.
You're so handsy.
I,
You talk with your hands so much. I just noticed that.
oh my gosh.
Is she Italian?
Yeah, she
I
is.
am.
There you go. That explains everything.
Yeah, she's a part-time. I just know. I was like watching her, and she was just so
Yeah,
dramatic.
Italians use their hands. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing. That's why I'm into the paranormal. I want to know why they're here. Because I was born and raised in Catholic church. Like I had to go to church every day. We had religion class every day, and Catholic was heaven or hell. You know, there was no in between. But the question was brought up the other day on a podcast, is that if we pass away and we aren't cleansed, I guess, like able to go into heaven, then you're stuck here on earth. This is your punishment.
It's like your
Loved ones
purgatory.
are I guess not necessarily purgatory, but you're here to watch your loved ones live while you're deceased.
You have to watch life
And still
go
that's
on
your
age and die.
you know, which is a really good thing to think about. Is is that true?
Yeah.
Right.
But my other
What?
My screen just went black. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we're having glitching. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
It just went totally black. I was like, okay.
Good Lord.
Another thing is that I've seen videos and I've had many of nurses. I know a lot of nurses, and Maddie's going to experience this when she starts nursing. But they tell me that a lot of things, like they've seen the soul leave the body.
Yes.
They know, like when the patient's going to pass, by how, like one day they're really like energetic, and then they start talking about they saw
Like my husband
relatives.
came and got me, and it's like your husband's
Right.
dead for like 5 years.
Yeah,
Right.
my husband came and saw me. Someone came and seen, and then like a day or two later, they passed away.
They pass. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never seen. I don't know. That's if I could have someone come down and just have a seat and talk to me. Is there a red
everybody
light?
would-
Is there a red light? Is there a bright light? I meant to say
The red
bright,
light. That's
sorry.
the wrong area you're in.
Yeah. If there's a bright light, and you get your decision whether you have to stay or go, or if there is unfinished business, like Maddie said, once
Right.
you do it, you get to go in the gate.
Is it a
I don't know.
choice? Is it not a choice?
Well, see, that's the next. It leads into the next question. Do you believe that spirits, ghosts, whatever you prefer to call them, have a time limit here on the earth, or do you believe that it's just an infinite thing, and it's like I said, by choice?
I think it's maybe more of like a spiritual connection with them themselves. And from like personal experience, like when your loved ones, like when they first pass away, they're here. You feel them. And then sometimes like there's certain loved ones that you always feel that are here. But then like, there's other ones that you feel like, okay, they've already passed. Like they were here for a little bit, and then now they're not. They've moved on. So I think maybe it's like whatever they feel that they need to do. Like there's something that tethers them here, within themselves, their spirit. And I think until they feel comfortable or their whatever they have is done, that's when they can fully move on. So I don't know if it's a choice or if it's a time limit, but something tethers them here.
Okay, what about you,
I
Dan?
use
What do
my
you think?
hands.
Use
Not
your
hyper aware
hands.
of it.
I'm gonna start a tally.
I'm gonna put my hands in my pocket, not move.
It's gonna
Yeah, I
cost
know
her a
that.
quarter every time she uses her hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Uh,
Someone's gonna wind up really rich.
Is that Papa? Look, Papa Drew's is on. I know that one person said a question that was kind of cool.
Well, you gotta answer the question first.
Well, I don't have a question. I don't know if there is a timeline. So my question
Okay,
is,
there you go. That was your answer.
yeah, I
You
don't.
never answered it.
All right. Well,
The only thing I know is like if they're stuck here for a certain reason, then once they're done with that, do they get to go up or get to move on
right. Does the
and
light
stuff like
show and
that?
lead the way? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to miss this first question by Cree Storm. She says, "What places have you investigated?"
So many.
Ugh.
We've been doing this consistently for now going on 4 years. A lot of places. We mainly stay around like Midwest. Like we've been to Missouri State Penitentiary. Another big one we've been to is ISS, West Virginia State Penitentiary. What's another?
Wisconsin, Sheboygan, Wisconsin, St. Asylum,
Yeah. So we've been to some really good ones, but
Waverly.
yes. But we have also been to some really smaller places that are amazing. That we love. We go back to every
Melbourne,
year.
Cowtown,
Yep.
Dodge City, Kansas,
Wow. Yeah. All over.
the depot there, the Dodge City,
Fantastic.
Kansas.
I want to
Yeah,
welcome
we've done
everybody.
pretty much in the Midwest.
So it's fantastic. Welcome everybody that's just popped in. My next question actually is about your investigating style. Explain to us your procedure, and if you or do not use any kind of equipment during an investigation.
My style is more of the have fun and the funny type guy. I'm the one that I've always been the comedian of like all the friend groups and stuff. So I'm always a silly, goofy one to make the energy up and moving and laughing and people laughing. And I feel that the spirits like that type of energy. I know some people want to be very serious and like quiet and stuff, but don't ask me to go on investigation.
Well, you can be serious, but
I can be serious.
yeah.
And equipment, I like them all.
Yeah.
I like to sit and just not have equipment and use your senses. But I really like the God helmet. If I had to pick one of my favorite pieces of, and it's a very rare piece of equipment, and not a lot of people have it. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, fortunately, one of our team members have one, so it's good.
Oh, awesome.
I like to use, I would say I'm not psychic. I'm more of like sensitive. So I love going in investigations and just trusting my gut and kind of using my senses with it.
Right.
But I also love to do that with using equipment. So I like to compare a lot. So like senses and equipment, see if they both align. For instance, like using any kind of like communication, like a FASO box or like a SB7 or something like that, where they can answer questions and I can kind of see if my sense is like, what am I picking up? And then see if it's the truth when asking them questions on a spirit box. So,
Right.
or mag.
Okay. Well, so how much do you don't let your equipment run the investigation though, do you? You just document the data and then compare afterwards?
Yeah, it's really, we use our equipment to compare what we're hearing, seeing, feeling in the rooms. And then if we are using equipment mainly in investigation, then we're not using just one. We're using like a mag light right next to a REM pod to see if that mag light, when that mag light goes on, does the REM pod go off? So it's
Right.
very much like experiential.
Okay, that's great. And do you actually catalog data on with a pad and pencil, or do you just depend on the digital and video to collect your data and keep track of it?
We personally just keep track of our data. We don't write nothing really down. A
Oh,
lot of the times, like we do a lot during the year is that we hold events for other people to come and investigate, and we teach them how to ghost hunt.
right.
So we turn majority of our attention to the
Guess.
guests
Yeah.
and making sure that they're having a great time and stuff. When we go out with other team members, there's so much going on. There's so much going on that we pretty much rely on the cameras and stuff that we have that's going on. A lot of us wear body cams, so we can pick up our investigation really good. It's hands free.
Okay, wonderful. I've got another question from Cree. What places do you think are all hype, and what places do you think live up to the hype?
Wow, you're putting us on the spot there.
We give some good people in here with some great questions. So
I like it. I don't think.
MSP lives up to the hype.
Yes. I don't think we've ever had like I said it the other day on a podcast. I said, oh, yeah, there's like a quiet night at MSP. Dad's like, what do you mean? I'm like, no, not like nothing's happened. There's just been nights where it's like every single place you go to, it's like you're hearing things slam and everything like that. But then like MSP, like there's some nights where like you get intelligent answers. So you have like the range. But there's never like a no evidence kind of night that we've had. MSP lives up to its name. It's the hype. A place that's not. Here's the thing with the paranormal, everyone has different experiences. So, I mean, it's hard to say like what's not hype because when we go to a place, it might be quiet and we might not think that there's something there. But that doesn't mean that it's not haunted. It just didn't happen the night that we were there. Yeah, I don't think you haven't really been to a place where it's like completely disappointed and we will never go back.
Yeah, I don't know. Trying to think of a place that was. I mean, one of my favorite places that kind of live up, and I don't. Is ISS. That's where I've seen the most apparitions, and I've dealt with the doppelganger
Mhm.
and stuff like that. ISS. We didn't have. I'm not saying it's a bad Waverly. When we went, we didn't get a lot of activity that night.
It was a quiet night.
It was a quiet night, so I really didn't feel like it lived up to the hype that everybody gives Waverly.
But we would not ever go back.
Yeah,
We want to go back.
Yeah, I don't think there's a place that I would never go back.
No. They've all been good.
Well, what is the scariest thing that you have experienced on an investigation?
Oh.
Well, we got him there. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Dad.
I have two actually.
Oh, only
Well,
two.
actually, no,
Must be so
mine-
nice.
there's three, but my wow moment. The one of the creepiest things I experienced that kind of freaked me out was there's a place here in St. Louis called the St. Louis Haunted Mansion, and they have this mirror that's supposed to be like 200 years old, like pre-Civil War dated. And the owner of the property got this because a lady dropped it off and said, "My grandkids don't like the old lady in the mirror, so I'm giving it up." And I can't do that. Sorry. That echo
They are
is-
annoying. Headphones are annoying.
No, it's the echo in it. It keeps messing me up.
Oh, okay.
Just take them off when you're talking.
So she had a mirror. I took the mirror. They lost time in the mirror when they were playing with it. So I took the mirror and I put it in this little cove that's in the building. And I put 4 other mirrors, 2 on each side of the mirror. So all the mirrors were facing each other, which is a bad thing. It causes a vortex. But I was sitting there in the middle looking at the mirrors with this little red light on. And I was staring through the mirror and I could see like my face turned into like a skull, but it wasn't like my skin like fell off or anything. It was just my
Right.
face was a skull. And then when I blinked my eyes to refocus, when I refocused my eyes, my reflection was looking to the right of me. Um,
Oh.
and that kind of just freaked me out. I was like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, I would say that would be freaky.
Yeah. I'm the scaredy one of our group. So I have lots of scary moments, I
Are
would
you
say.
the runner of the group?
I don't run
No.
except for one time, but I just get scared. I think because I am so I am sensitive that I'm like, I know something's here, but I just don't know what it is.
Right.
But I would say probably the scariest I've been is I was at the St. Louis Haunted Mansion, and because like I've seen the crawler at Missouri State Penitentiary, I've seen that, but we were at St. Louis Haunted Mansion. We used to do our podcast out of there, and the owner, we had the keys, and so she wouldn't be at the building when we did the podcast, and we were done with our show, and I was just sitting in the chair. I could see the doorway, and I just kind of looked over, and I saw Nicole, the owner, walk past. And I was like, "Nicole, hey, what are you doing here?" And there was no answer. I was like, "Nicole, hello?" Still no answer. And I was like, Dad's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I just saw Nicole." So we called her, and I texted her, and I was like, Are you at the mansion?" She was like, "Am I supposed to be?" And I saw the owner walk past that door, and
Oh,
I have
incredible.
never felt the same in that building ever. Like, I saw the owner, and she was not there, and I was like, "Okay." That was creepy.
Got a double ganger going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Julie
funny
has.
'cause she said
Go ahead.
her dad had seen her like a couple days earlier. He was working on the building, and she walked by him, and he was like, "Nicole," and
She wasn't there.
she wasn't there.
Oh, see now it's interesting because they're ever seeing her,
Mhm.
no,
Yeah.
and no, but that's actually interesting that they're using her image. Julie wants to know: do you call yourselves paranormal investigators or ghost hunters?
What's the difference?
Um,
Some people don't like the ghost hunter word.
I use ghost hunters when I'm talking to, like, the people that are new,
Right.
because when you say paranormal investigator, they're like, "Uh-huh."
Well, there
But
is
when I say
a big
ghost hunter to
difference.
them, they're like, "Oh, yeah, like ghost hunters, like, on the TV." I'm like, "Yeah." Um, but I would say we use more paranormal investigator. I don't mind being called a ghost hunter. I don't mind it, but I'd say more paranormal investigators.
Okay, there you go, guys. Let's see. Leanne wants to know: Maddie, are you the screamer?
No, I don't scream. If you hear me scream, you know it's bad.
Right. Welcome in, John.
Maddie
I
screams, we're in
freeze.
trouble.
If you hear me scream, you know I'm in trouble. I freeze. I'm like, uh. It
Yeah,
goes
if
Maddie
freeze,
screams.
run, and then scream. If I've hit
I-
level 3, you know it's bad.
Well, at least you know she can move. I mean, well, 22, yeah.
Yeah,
She's still got the gas to get up and get the hell out of there.
She still can't pass her dad.
Okay,
You know?
that's why you block the doorway. You're blocking my way.
You just crawl right over the top. That's all.
Oh,
She's tried.
When you're doing your
Have fun.
investigations, do you debunk as you go along, or
Yes.
you don't debunk
100%.
at all, or what is your process for? Well, that's the part where the investigating instead of hunter comes into
Correct.
play because you're debunking as you go and using multiple theories on why something has happened or hasn't happened.
Then I would say investigate because I'm an investigator. I am all about debunking before I say it's paranormal.
Right.
Even if we get like a knock at the door or something like that, I'm like recreating it right then and there, and stuff before we say it's paranormal.
Yep.
Like I make sure like if a car drive by, if we see like a light or a shadow on the door, I have everybody move, just to make sure that it's legit.
Right. Do you use any kind of specialized equipment while doing this debunking? You know, like levels and like, you know, atmospheric meters and things like that.
We do have some of the, what is that called? Trying to think what the name of that equipment that we used to have with the other. It reads the air temperature and stuff.
Oh, you got like the
Electrically.
tri-level meters.
A tri-level meter, yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they
I
have
couldn't think of
also,
that.
you know,
I was in
right.
my mind, and I was like,
So yeah, it's good. It's good to test all of that. Now, when you before you even, do you do any residentials? First of all, before I
yes,
ask
we
the
do.
next question, when you're doing a residential or maybe in an abandoned building, do you do a pre-run through so that you could check to see, you know, check all of the natural noises and sounds of the place before you go in there to do your investigation? This way, you've already kind of like debunked something before you've started.
I would say, like, if we're going into a building, like, that's abandoned, I would say we already kinda know we look at more patterns, because it's really hard to, like, get in there before that we're supposed to investigate.
Mhm.
So we just kinda pick up on patterns, like, okay, what's making that noise? It's kinda like that debunking, or we'll sit there and then we'll kinda, like, sit there and kinda time it, and, like, is it happening again? Okay, then if it's been happening consistently at the same pattern, then it's that we're debunking that's a building making that noise.
Right.
Or if we're hearing the same noise all night long in the same area, then we know we kinda debunked that. Residentials, we do before we investigate, we go in and set up equipment, talk to them. What are they hearing? What kind of sounds is it? Like, what are they hearing? What kind of sound is it? Is it the same area that they're hearing sounds? 'Cause then that way we kinda know that I guess with working with buildings and around our area, they're old, so they're like, "Well, we keep hearing the creak." Okay, well, that might be just an old house. But I mean, the places that we have been, they were like, "We hear footsteps coming down the stairs." Okay, well, I don't think that might not be just house noises.
Right, right.
You heard do 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 down the stairs? I don't think so. I don't know.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Creasa asks, what equipment will you never use on an investigation and why?
Oof, we might have different opinions.
I'm a big SLS person.
Oh, we are the same.
Yeah, I'm not a big it's just really hard because it maps a lot of things that are not there.
Right.
So that's kinda why I don't use those. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, there's a and I was like, "Well, there's a chair there."
Yeah.
Right.
You know, there's a pole there. And it maps a person standing there.
Yeah. I'm not a too big fan of SLS either, just because it's hard to debunk it, or it's hard to prove that you can't debunk it. Because you can debunk it on pretty much anything. So we've tried it multiple times. It's just not and it's so tedious that I'm like, I want to set it down and just sit here.
Yeah. Like you're always trying to look at that screen and you're
I'm
like,
I'm done.
there's a
All I
shadow
do is
moving on the
yeah.
wall over there.
It just makes me
but
laugh. I just laugh at it because it's hilarious.
It is.
you're like
But
looking at the screen and there's like shadow moving over this way and you're like, "Oh, did you guys see that?" And I'm like, "No, I've been staring at the screen."
Right, I'm just laughing at the stick figures. So yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pinky wants to know, do you sing to the spirits while on a ghost hunt or an investigation? La, 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 la.
Oh my God.
Yes, I do.
Too
All
much.
right.
Too much.
All the time. My daughter hates it.
Not when in the beginning I don't. I'm like, okay, yeah, you'll like lightening up the mood. But then we're like hitting 3 in the morning and every question you're finding a song to sing. And I'm like, knock it off.
That's called you're musically challenged. If I can come up with songs with words, you say.
Uh-huh.
It's late. She's like, Dad, I'm over it. You know, give it up.
Yeah.
Give it up. Give it up.
The worst
It's been going on
is-
for 5 hours now.
Yeah.
the worst one was we were at a 3-day bender. We did we were on the third night.
Mhm.
And no, I don't think we were on the third night on that one. I was just tired. We're at McAteer Villa, and we were up in the doll room, and I was laying on the bed, and Maddie was doing Estes, or somebody was doing
No,
Estes.
we just had the spirit box going.
Oh, it was a spirit box,
Spirit
and I
box.
was just song after song after song. I was like,
That's all.
I
It's
Yeah,
he was
turned to him,
overtired.
I said, "Let them answer my question. Thank you." Because again, we're father and daughter, so we pick her. Everyone loves it.
thank you,
It
Spooky.
makes it fun. Yeah, it's let's see.
Spooky says I have a voice of Fergie and Jesus.
Oh God, that's something. All right, that's what a combination that is.
That's my cult following.
There you go.
Oh, God.
One Take Adventures. Yeah, thanks. I do mostly cemetery stuff now, and I'll be going out as soon as the 2 feet of snow disappears. So there's new stuff coming the way. During the winter, forget it. I'm not going. And no, Leanne, I'm not putting on chest waders, so forget it. Let's
Ooh.
see. Wayne wants to know, what would you classify as a paranormal investigator, and what would you classify as a paranormal hunter?
I think the investigator part, like you guys said, and that really kind of makes it now, is
Yeah.
that they debunk, they write down, all the information and stuff. That would be more the investigator. The ghost hunter or paranormal hunter is more of just going in and want to find spirits, activity, and stuff like
I
that.
think not every ghost hunter is not a paranormal investigator, but
No.
every paranormal investigator is a ghost hunter because you're
Yes.
doing the same thing as an investigator. You're going in and finding the spirits, but after you find them, I think it's a different approach. So I think every paranormal investigator is a ghost hunter, but not every ghost hunter is a paranormal investigator.
That's a good way to think of it. That's
I
fantastic.
Yeah.
used my hands.
She's
she had
sitting
it.
on her hands.
He
I
had,
gotta
yeah,
sit on my hands.
Spooky Dookie says, what's a question you have to ask when investigating, and what's the question you can't stand when someone else asks?
Are you dead?
Are you dead?
When people ask that question, I'm like, yes.
When we go over our
You've
rules,
had people say that?
yes. So when we go over our rules when we're having an
Yikes.
event, we have a list of rules that we have to go over, and I tell people, when you're in these groups, you got to be active. Ghosts are not going to just, oh, look at that person stay on the wall, I'm going to talk to him. You have to, be involved and put yourself out there and ask questions. And no question is dumb question except one question, and
Are
that
you
question
dead?
is,
Yeah.
Are you dead?
are you dead?
Oh boy, yeah, I've never
And
heard
we've
anybody
had
say
someone
that.
ask that.
Oh, yikes.
So when they say it,
so
I'm like, no.
here's a funny.
You're like, you didn't
just.
just say that, right?
Yeah.
Here's a cool funny story they had. Maddie wasn't around at the time. We were doing a group thing with a bunch of it's called Pathways to Independencies. They were higher functioning autistic kids and adults, young adults, and we did a event with them, and they came out because they love ghost hunting, they love the paranormal, and we were doing this thing. We took 3 different groups, and I had a flashlight, mag light on a bridge, and I had a group of these kids, and the one kid's like, grandma, if you're here or whatever, will you turn the light on? And the light came on, and the kid's like, oh my God, my grandma's here. And then the other kid's like, hey, if my grandma's here, will you turn the light on? And then everybody's waiting. He's like, oh, my grandma's not dead.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, I laughed. I thought it was the
That's
most funny. He was so
fantastic.
serious. He was so serious too. He was
That's
like,
great.
grandma, if you're here, turn the light on.
Oh my God.
Boom. My
Well,
grandma's not dead.
this is perfect time for this question because Julie wants to know, why do you use mag lights? Since they've been debunked so many times, if spirits can manipulate the equipment, use the push on and off flashlights.
Well, they don't have to use, if you use the twist magnite, they don't have to use that much energy to make the connection between the on and off. With the push, you're asking them to use a lot of energy.
That's like slamming a door to them. Like being able to like push a button is basically literally like opening up a door. I would always say. Like
Yeah. I mean, that's just my opinion on it.
I mean, yeah, you can debunk it. I mean, we've debunked the flashlights, but when you're asking, can you turn the flashlight on number 8, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you go like that, and it turns on, like it, and that happens multiple times with different numbers. I would say that's hard to debunk. And there's been times where it's been too intelligent to bunk it. And I mean, we debunk mag lights as well. Like if we're in a conversation, we're not really like getting anything, but the mag light sometimes turns on. I'm like, okay, that's just the connection happening. But I think it depends on how you approach the mag light. If you're saying it turns on, it's correct, then that's not inaccurate. But I think there is times that we've had that it's been very intelligent and very accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've debunked the flashlight. We've also had a flashlight and a REM pod next to each other, and they've both gone off.
Yep.
So,
and that's the comparing.
Yeah, I mean, like, how do I say that there wasn't a spirit there using the flashlight?
Well, have you done any kind of experiments on the equipment to prove or disprove if they're actually picking up any kind of data?
Yeah, I mean, so REM pods are a big thing that we do. Any kind of movement, like if they fall over, like some that stand, they will go off. Mice set them off. Anything pretty much can set them off.
If there's a gust of wind and it picks up the dirt, and it breaks that movement, that field, it's gonna. So
a moth.
Like, because we've been in some dusty places, and the wind will pick up, and there's dust flying. Rock, like they think dust is flying everywhere, and it's picking up that movement. So, I think if you just go like how we do, debunk as we go, I feel like that's an experiment in itself. Is just always debunking before you saying it's something
right. Well, because that's why the question I asked before is if you guys had did like a run through with equipment to see, the conditions of the place that you're investigating. And one of the things they do have out there are wind meters where they will pick up the slightest breeze so that you could register, if that's happening during your experience.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We haven't. That might be something cool to get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you put it, by the door if a breeze comes through, then maybe that light breeze makes the door close, or the window, and something coming through the window. So you register that beforehand. So then when stuff's going on, then you could determine whether it's the breeze that's coming through that room or if it's something, other.
I like is like when you set a piece of equipment on a different floor, and you hear that equipment go off. It's kind of, you're like, what set that off?
Right.
I mean,
oh yeah,
like if we're all on the second floor and we put a REM pod or a music box, and we don't ever put music boxes on the floor because critters can run by,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and that's fault. That gives us. We always try to elevate it to where nothing running on the floor as rodents or raccoons or because some places you get to have holes in ceilings and you get lovely critters that live there.
Oh, like to show up. Yep.
Yeah.
Also, do you also check
like
like for level on the floors? You bring a level with you to check?
we don't have the level, but like usually balls we have
the cat balls.
the cat balls if they roll before we turn them on and stuff. We kind of see that.
See, okay. Pinky's got a question. Do you have you ever tried singing in the tunnel at Waverly? That sounds awesome when people are singing there.
No, I don't think we did sing.
No, because we were with a big group of people. You only do that stuff, like you do it sometimes with a big group, but you don't go off the hinges with it unless it's like a private.
I should have.
No.
I was just wondering when we went down to the dev shoot at Waverly, everybody kept walking. And all I thought was, we have to walk back out of here. and they just kept walking to the bottom.
I kicked the bag light all the way down, though. I remember that.
You threw a rock and hit it.
I threw a rock. And
We
this
literally had a
one was
mag light
huge.
sitting on the ramp, Waverly, like the tunnel, and we're waiting. And Madison literally picked up one little rock and threw it, and it hit the mag light, and it rolled all the way down the.
Yeah, and then you got to go get it.
I
She
did.
could go get it.
I did.
Okay, Alyssa wants to know, where is the furthest from your home that you have gone for an investigation?
I haven't gone to. I'm gonna say South Carolina.
Did you investigate when you were
No.
down there?
Well, I had I did have a piece of equipment.
Did you investigate?
Not like a whole hour. I was on a tour. I couldn't do it, but I did have a piece of equipment with me.
Well, let's just say we full-fledged investigated.
Okay. I didn't go far.
Yeah, you have.
Where?
West Virginia Penitentiary.
Oh, yeah. That's the farthest. You've been to Minnesota.
Excuse me.
That's pretty far.
Yeah, that's fire.
Oh yeah, I was in Minnesota.
Thank
So
you,
you've been
Miss
to Minnesota
Pinky.
to West Virginia State Penitentiary.
Yeah, 7 months, Miss Pinky. Fabulous, fabulous. All right, let me see. Let's scroll on down, see if we're missing anybody's questions.
They got asked a lot of questions.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I always, tell my people, you ask any question you want, because that's why we're here.
Yep.
And even the tough ones, because I find it, my guests enjoy the tough ones, because then it makes you think for a minute. Okay, what,
That
Yeah.
all these
Or
people
like you
that
said,
watch our show, you guys need to do that.
I said, yeah, just drill them, guys. You go get them. So it's
Step up the game, guys.
that's what we want. That's what we want. What has been your favorite place to investigate, and how many times have you been there?
Oh no, I don't think I've ever. You'd say yours because I don't have to think about mine.
What?
There's so many, but then again, they're all my favorite for different reasons too. Like that's so
I would have to say Missouri State Penitentiary was one of my favorites, and I've been there at least 15 times.
Wow, that's great.
Well, I used to work for a big event company, and we held events there all the time. So it was like home. Places that feel that I know that people that know me is St. Louis Haunted Mansion. They call me by name.
Now, my question is,
I
with the
wouldn't-
penitentiary, you've been there so many times. Have you, like I said, and collected all of that data? Have you compared data from over that whole 15 times as you've been here? What correlation do you get between all of it?
Depends on the weather. That sounds so weird, but that was it's been one of the things that I have documented is like what the weather is.
And did you find
It's
that it was
very
increased activity?
Yes, when it's rainy and very gloomy, it increases. Cold, not so good.
They like when it's hot.
They like it's hot, and then in the rain.
When there's a thunderstorm and it's lightning, we've been to places where it doesn't. It actually decreases the activity. But at Missouri State Penitentiary, because I'd have to say it's probably one of my favorite too. That and the mansion. We're on the same page about that. But Missouri State, I've been there 5 or 6 times. And I don't think I've ever been there when it's not rained. And I can say for sure that when that rumble of the thunder starts coming through, it amps up the energy, and then you can also feel it.
Right.
Like it's like it brings the building alive. It's crazy.
What is the history of the mansion?
So it was built in the late 1880s as a bar and brothel,
Okay.
and then it turned into a restaurant, and it was a restaurant for the rest of its time being. It was at one time brothers owned it, and then they sold it to Joe Tangera, who was a wrestler, and then he got involved with the mafia, So then the mafia was hanging out there a lot. So the
Okay.
restaurant was on the bottom floor, and then the mafia would eat upstairs on the second floor. They had backroom gambling. They had bare knuckle fight. All kinds of stuff that we've researched and found that there's a lady wandering around there that had something bad happen to her because her husband owed money. There was a butcher shop in the basement.
Oh my goodness.
So how convenient.
A multi-purpose building. Holy God.
Yeah. So when she was remodeling and kind of when she first bought it, a retired police officer came by and was like, "Hey, we used to come here, used to get calls that people were falling down the stairs."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh yeah, the stairs are kind of narrow." And he's like, "No, they're like falling down the stairs."
Huh.
So he would give the cops drinks for
Mhm.
them to not
Yeah,
pay
just to
quiet.
turn away. Hey, Joe,
Yeah.
welcome in. Welcome in. So then
There's
my
still
question is,
bullet holes.
what is the
There-
haunted history of the place?
Oh, we have Ginger, which is the lady that opens the bathroom door when men go in.
Mhm.
She's from the old brothel. Maddie's Maddie's encountered the little creeping guy that climbs on the
That
stairs.
little he just stays on the steps.
Apparently, there's a doppelganger there.
Yeah. There's a burnt
Susan,
out body upstairs.
Susan, that's in the chat. She experienced her first apparition there. She was walking down the steps, and a lady in white walked right across the steps. And stuff. There's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
St. Louis, it's right by the river, Mississippi, and that's where the Indians had all their burial grounds.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then when they built St. Louis, they just leveled all the mounds and built the city on top of it.
Oh, okay. So you're thinking that there's more. It's more towards land-driven haunting than the building
Yes.
itself.
Yes.
It's a lot of both. I think
We've
that's why it's
gotten-
super haunted.
We've gotten Native Americans come through and talk and that.
Fantastic. Betty wants to know: have you been to any haunted places in Virginia?
Nope, we haven't made there.
Nope.
Well, she's
know.
inviting you apparently. So
We're down.
Betty's
We're
lovely.
down. Just we're always good for a road trip.
Oh yeah.
Tell them where to go, Betty. So
Right.
let's see here. Okay, all right. Wayne's got serious question here. Wayne, he wants to know what is your favorite heavy metal band? Wayne,
What are you looking for?
Kiss.
Kiss.
I'll have to say Kiss. I grew up listening to Kiss because it's favorite band. So I'll have to say Kiss too because that's the one I know the most.
If they're gonna say Kiss is a heavy metal,
If
hey,
it's
Joe,
not,
how's it
then I
going,
have
Joe?
no idea.
Because obviously you guys don't listen to heavy metal. Then
Yeah.
let's see. Kiss. I find Kiss to be great entertainers, but as far as actual talent, 50-50. Even though I enjoy it, I grew up listening to Kiss. That was the band back then. But you have to admit, they know how to put on a show.
Uh-huh.
And I think
Yes.
they should have left the makeup on.
yes, they look a lot
Actually,
better with makeup.
the best looking one is Gene Simmons, actually, and I was surprised. Oh, man. So is there
Heavy
been a
metal,
place-
then I would have to say Metallica,
Yeah, there now you're talking.
I like Metallica. Guns N' Roses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I can do some Metallica. So
They're
Joe
actually
says
good-
I don't
they're
like Kiss.
actually,
Lame.
They are residents now of the Sphere in Vegas.
Really
Yes, they're doing a bunch of shows there.
nice. Well, they got to keep bringing in that cash,
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Stacy says AC/DC, Maddie. LOL.
Oh my
No.
God.
All right, there's a story there apparently.
That's my mother.
Oh,
This is my
okay.
mom. And my
Hi,
dad,
Mom.
he doesn't hate. He does not like AC/DC.
It's for Hoosiers.
So it's always like Metallica with the Kiss, and then my mom's like AC/DC.
There you
Go
go.
AC/DC.
AC/DC. Well, you know, they were a good band. Yeah, Iron Maiden. Yeah. Okay, Julie has a
Iron.
question here. Julie says, "Do you have anything recorded from your experiences?"
So, Ozzy's a good one too.
Yeah, Ozzy.
So funny thing about some recordings we have, one of our coolest recording is with an SLS camera. That we have a tripwire on the ground, and there's on the side of the wall, there's a ghost mapped out on the SLS camera. And then every time you can see us pick up his foot and wave it, like move his foot, the tripwire lights up.
Oh, that's funny, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we tried to debunk it, and I'm like,
It's just weird that it's 2 pieces of equipment going off when, you know, it's
yeah.
is that what else we
We
have? We have some
have
great
the little girl that says 7 on our YouTube, or it was our YouTube. But we
a lot of it was on our YouTube.
but
It'll be
we
back.
It will.
Yes. We have a video of us. We are in Galore Psychiatric Museum, and there's like a tunnel, and we're all walking out, and we have it on video, and all of a sudden you hear a little girl go 7, and we're not hearing it. And then all of a sudden one of our team members come out and goes, I just heard a little girl say 7. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, we thought it was crazy.
Yeah.
We're like, we didn't hear that. And
Wow.
kid you not, we go back on that video, and there's a little girl that says 7.
There you go. Welcome in, lovely Candy. Nice to see you here. Because my next question is what is the best EVP that you've ever captured?
Oh,
And where?
Missouri State Penitentiary.
There you go. That's the place to go, guys.
Oh, yes.
So we're at Missouri.
Yeah, we're at Missouri State Penitentiary. This was actually Maddie's first investigation.
Yep.
We were in the gas chamber. Nobody was down there. It was just me and Maddie, and she was sitting in the gas chamber, and I was at the door to make sure like nobody was coming in or nothing like that.
I was in the building by myself. You closed the gas chamber door. This is when I was brave.
And I was saying, yeah, this is before
she was brave.
Yeah. This is before she started seeing everything and got scared.
Now she knows what to be afraid of.
Yeah. So I'm standing at the front of the building so no one comes in, and she's got the door closed and she's asking questions. And then she comes out and we listen. And as she's asking her questions, it sounds like
a woman crying.
No, before that, it sounds like they're shuffling.
Shuffling.
They're shuffling someone into like a seat or something. Like they were putting somebody in the gas chamber.
That's right.
Oh.
And then she asked the question, "Are you upset for what?
Are you scared?"
Or then you said, "Are you?"
I asked multiple questions,
Right.
but the question that happens is, "Are you scared?" Or like, "Are you sad?"
Are you sad?
And then after it hits a beat, and all of a sudden you hear,
You heard a
I
lady
hear it.
crying.
I don't hear it on myself. I just come walking out like, "Oh, I didn't hear anything." So I heard that. I was like, "Okay, never mind."
Well, at least she didn't run.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
probably the most EVP I've heard. That was pretty clear as
Yeah, I
day.
mean,
It's clear as day.
I've had some really weird things happen that people are like, "Oh, that's just a coincidence," but coincidence-wise, it's just really weird.
On the EVP?
No, well, we were doing EVPs, and it was the time that we were at Indiana State Sanitarium, and we were doing EVPs, and people were in the rooms, and Beth got this thing about she asked if that guy in that room what his name was, and he told him what his name was, and the spirit inside the room, because Beth could like a psychic or whatever, and he said that the spirit in her told him that you don't have to impress his dad, or anything like that. And then we were playing music, and someone said play. I can't remember now. It said like what's the? I'm trying to think of the song from
Chim Chibbity Chim from
Thank you. That's what I was. This echo has got my.
Take your headphones off.
So someone said play music, and we played Chim Chim Chitty-Roo. And it was funny is that after we played it, we left. The guy come out of the room, and he was like, "Who was asking those questions?" And I was like, "Oh, she was asking for the EVP." And he's like, "You wanna know what's weird?" And he showed me his arm, and he had Mary Poppins tattooed on his arm.
Oh, wild.
That's right.
That's pretty wild.
It's just weird.
Okay, Betty just gave a list here of places apparently to go in Virginia: St. Albans Sanatorium, Gadsby's Tavern Museum, Sawana Nova. Oh God, no, Sawana. I'm sorry, I butchered that one. Palace and Old House Woods. We'll have to sound out the other one. Well, I'll figure it out. But that's thanks for the tips there, Betty. My next question actually is for you: have any of you ever been touched? Or actually heard your own name whispered in your ear, any kind of physical contact at any places that you visited?
I've felt like sometimes like my hair. I felt like a lot of pressure. Like it felt like somebody was sitting, like putting all their weight on my shoulders. I've never been like pushed, scratched, like my hair be pulled. But I've had somebody whisper in my ear. We were at it's called the Monroe Demon House in Indiana. Don't know why it's called the Demon House. I don't think there's a demon there. But I was coming literally out of the bathroom, and all of a sudden I hear, "Hey," like someone were to literally come up and whisper, and it freaked. It was a little too close to comfort. I was like, "Okay, I'm done. Please don't touch me." Investigate at a distance.
Personal space.
I'm in the bathroom. That's my personal space.
I'm the most vulnerable.
Mine was at Emmaus Village.
Mm.
We
yeah.
We had an event there. It has a church that sits up on the hill, and the church is off limits. And we were all standing there. We kept seeing shadows in the church with the lights on. So a group of us went up there, and as we're walking in the church, I walked up by the pews, and it felt like a little boy like grabbed my hand, like it was like trying to grab my hand and stop me from going in. And I turned around and looked, and the two other guys were trying to climb into the bell tower. So I know they weren't. No one, there was no one else there to grab my hand.
And it actually felt like somebody was taking hold of your fingers.
Yeah, it was like a little hand that was trying to like when you're walking, they try to grab your hand, like, "Oh, don't go," or whatever.
Right.
And my hand just kind of slid through his hand.
Fantastic.
But there was a little boy that followed me around there at that place.
So we've got Cree has another question. Cree's our queen of questions. I love it. She says, "Do you get frustrated at the skeptics or the people that question your methods of investigating?"
No.
No.
Okay, man.
Because you could question my methods. Everybody has their own methods. There's not a right way or a wrong way to investigate.
No. Everyone has their own thing. I always say as long as you're not, because I think other people's method isn't my method, and there might be some things that I'm like, I don't know about that method. I can always kind of debunk that. I've debunked it myself, but I think as long as like you're purposely not faking it, then it's not wrong.
And I love skeptics.
I love them.
I love to try to prove them wrong.
Well, that's what they're trying to prove that we're wrong. So it's you got to
Right.
on both sides. So
Well, and that's the thing too, is like you get a skeptic, and we do a thing in our events called the human pendulum. And it's where everybody gets in a circle and they start swaying one way or the other to get the energy going. and then we pull one guest into the middle, and we use him as the pendulum, and we ask the spirits to either, push them frontwards, backwards, sideways, diagonal for yes and no answers. And I'll pick a skeptic out of the group to do it. And it's either when they start doing it, it's either did you fake it or did it really happen? And then most of the time they're like, it really happened. So I'm like, so what do you call? There's nobody, there's no strings, there's nothing, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing that they can say that they, well, you had a piece of rope that was pulling me.
Right. Right. Yeah. So Mark says, yeah, it does my head in how something that's said to have no weight or physical can cause a push or a feeling of something that requires physical form to do. Exactly. Because then you're thinking, okay, what kind of energy do they collect where they can actually touch you and you can feel it? So that does kind of, cause your mind to go a little squirrely, thinking, how is that possible? When we can't see them, with our own eyes, but they can actually touch you, and then you feel it. That is amazing.
Yes.
Wayne has another question. Would you be willing to change your methods if someone was telling you that you're doing something wrong?
I'm willing to try their way.
Yeah.
I'm never going to tell no one no. There is no written book that says this is how you go, son.
Yeah.
This is the exact way to do it. I've learned new ways of investigating by people in the chat of podcasts that we've done. Like we were on a podcast this weekend, and the lady said that they play 21 with cards. They ask them what kind of card it is or what the next, So that's something we never thought about doing.
Yeah. I think that's how you grow as a paranormal investigator, is learning and, learning from others in the community and everything like that. Because if
Right,
you
very
don't,
important to share.
you're just going to stay.
Right, it will become stale. I mean, doing the same thing over and over, and you're getting no result. That right there tells you need to change it up a bit and try new techniques, new methods. Wiz here has a question. He says, if you use an app but do not understand the programming of the app, do you think it is okay to use it for investigations without knowing exactly where or how the input is generated? Awesome question, Wiz.
Well, Wiz, I am not an IT guru.
Well, get on it, Dan.
Yeah.
I'm the one that sets all our podcasts up.
Yeah. Maddie does all the podcast electronics. There's one app that I like to use, and people are going to say, well, that's coincidence. And I'm like, there's been too many none. So the Spirit Talker. Yeah, the Spirit Talker app. We started using that, and I figured, hey, maybe it knows the questions that you're asking. Like, when you say, oh, I want a mattress, and your Facebook page is full of ads for that. So I thought, oh, maybe it knows, what we're asking, so it's going to give you things. So the next time, my debunking, this is what I did. So the second time we went to a cemetery. We didn't say where we were at. We didn't talk about tombstones, things like that. But the app did say bury, body, underground, things about the cemetery. So then I thought, well, maybe it's because the location was on, so it knows where you're at. So the third time I tried, I took off the location, and we were at a place called Mineral Springs over in Alton, Illinois. They have a oddity kind of weird museum in the lobby of this place, and I went in and we looked at it and everything. We had an event that night, and we're all sitting in the swimming pool. It's an empty swimming pool. We're all investigating and stuff, and the app says breast ripper, and I'm like, that's just a weird word to have, and one of the guests says, oh, that's the torture device that's up in the museum. And I'm like, okay, well, why it would have never known there's a breast ripper there.
Mhm.
The app wouldn't, even if the app told me I was at Mineral Springs Hotel, they wouldn't know that a breast ripper torture device was up there. So that was the big thing that was very, weird. And then this Christmas, we're at a hotel for Christmas and we're playing a card game, and it's the new adult version of Go Fish. It's called Go F Yourself. So I didn't even have my phone with me. I left it in the room. We're playing this game and everything. And then, you keep telling yourself, go F yourself or whatever. And we stopped playing, and I went and got my phone from the room and everything. We came back, and we're sitting at the table, and someone says, now, the hotel is supposed to be known to be haunted. I'm sorry to kind of fill you in on that one. The hotel was known to be haunted. So someone said, "Hey, do you want to play a game?" And I swear to God, across that spirit talker, it said, "Go yourself."
Wow.
Now, I don't know how that would say that, why it would know that when my phone was in the room like 10 minutes away from where we were playing the game at.
Right. Now, I had a similar experience with the Spirit Talker app when it first came out, and I agreed to do a residential because I don't do that many of those anymore. And I don't download the app until I was on my way to the location, and everything else on the phone was shut down. And then I didn't turn on the application until I was in the home. And while I was sitting there, all I did was turn it on, and I had it set on the dining room table, and I just sat there in the quiet. And the next thing you know, the name Charlie had come up. And I go, okay, that's interesting. And then I shut it down. Well, then I asked the owner of the home, who's Charlie? And she told me, well, that's my brother who just passed away. You're sitting in his chair. Now, out of all of the names that are out there and, could have been used or picked up on my phone or whatever, Charlie isn't on my phone. So how did this thing pick up that name? So I found that to be very interesting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm on the fence about that application. I know that they all can be rigged, and it's because it is
Yeah.
word bank and all of that. But when you do something like that, right there on the spot, and then use it and don't say anything, and then when that name come up, I'm like, well, why did it pick that name? And I happen to be sitting in this guy's chair, and he just passed away like a month ago.
Wow.
So
That's
that was
great.
pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing with, those two big things that, and then it also the spirit talker said, we were talking about kids or something that said black eyes. And then we looked around the room, and every doll in that room had black eyes.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting too.
And it was just so coincident
Yeah.
that stuff had,
But we never have a phone app and that be the only thing. That's never our driven paranormal equipment that we have in investigation. We always have it out to see if it compares to anything.
with the Estes,
With the
really.
Estes, yeah. But because I always think it's cool when it says a word or it shows a word on your phone, and next thing you know, the person down the hallway, the other end, says the exact same word.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
That's all part of the experiment. That's why I always encourage people, even though because I'm not a big advocate of all of the gadgets and the gizmos, but use them. If you've got them, use them. Keep continuing doing the experiment because you never know. Someday something might happen and you're going to catch it.
Dude, if I got licked, I'm out.
Yeah. Well, that's
I'm
Steph.
just letting you know. I can be touched. You could pull my beard or whatever. But if I get a lick on the side of my head,
and it feels wet,
done.
yeah, I'd worry about it.
I am done. Okay,
that might be the screaming point.
Here's my question. Here's my question to this: is it dry lick or a wet lick?
Right, I'm saying if it's wet, I'd be out of there. Yeah, no.
Do you have saliva for your spirit?
Oh,
good question. Good question.
Be like this dry tongue just dragging across.
Just drag, like sandpaper on your face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Wayne says a question. I think Mandy may have already answered this, but you have recorded anything that you can legitimately call paranormal.
Yeah, I'd have to say
No, there's one thing. There's another thing you've taped. Randolph County. The music box.
Oh, yes. We were in Randolph County. There is a little boy. I cannot remember his name. I feel so bad. But he has a room dedicated to him. And walked in, and I'm just for video. My dad walks in front of me, and he has a music box sitting on the dresser, and it's like an old music carousel music box. And walk in, all of a sudden it goes ding, ding, and then we all stop. It stops. No one moves, and it goes ding, 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 and we're all just sitting there. And then we're like, okay, we all just heard that. Now everyone walk out and walk back. And then I'm sitting there jumping up and down on the floor, and it still doesn't go off. And I was like,
So,
okay. Like, we sat there for a good 15 minutes trying to debunk it, and we couldn't get it to move. Because we were like, maybe it was like on the edge and just like the vibration hit it and it twisted. But nope. Because it stopped completely. And then we all stopped. And then it kicked back on again.
right.
Thank you, Pinky, for
So-
following us on Twitch.
Thanks.
Yes. Before I get to that, I want to say thank you, Sage, for the gifted membership. You are a superstar. Thank you so much, sweetie. All right, we had a question from Candy, was one of my mods. Yes, they have a YouTube channel. We weren't gonna discuss this, but I want you guys to fill in everybody why your channel is not up and running at the moment.
So we're in the middle of a legal battle with our old business associate that we worked with for a year. His shady side of him and kind of the BS stuff that he does is he buys people's domain and things like that and then tries to act like they are. So when we left in October, Madison drew this nice new logo. He even commented on the logo saying, great logo. You guys did a good job. Hasn't done anything. We were quiet. Went through a lot of bashing with him about the company, defamating our company, just trying to tear the company down. We were quiet until Side Eye Guy reached out to us, and we went on his show. We went on Dust Productions, and we talked about him. We showed like all the proof that we had that we were right. And then we had a show, and he didn't like it, so he bought legal at haunted souls paranormal at gmail.com. And then he told YouTube that he was the original owner of the group and we were the fake and we were using his logo. So we got 3 copyright strikes, and
They took our page down.
yeah, he did like this show. Like it wasn't like 2 separate, he did it all one, and they nailed us for, and it was upsetting too, because our last show, we had like 89 people on there.
Oh,
We finally, we had over 1,000 subscribers.
yeah, that hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're in the battle with the copyright. Right now we do have a GoFundMe. I saw that your mod put it up a couple times.
Yes.
We do have a GoFundMe. You can donate. If you don't donate, we just ask that you share it, because that's our legal fees that we are trying to. We have a lawyer. It just helps us. All that money is going to the lawyer fees. Anything that we don't use,
because it's not just copyright; it's many other things that have happened behind the scenes.
fraud,
Right.
stealing. He bought.
Good.
Well,
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
oh no! It's just like the shady stuff is like
okay.
he bought Haunted Souls LLC in November, and we've owned Haunted Souls Paranormal LLC since 2022. So
Right.
now he's bought Haunted Souls and saying he owns the company and stuff. So it's
So,
just
you gotta
a
fight
bunch
it.
of harassment. And
Right. I mean, most of you guys in the chat know that the drama that's been going on through the community. It's the
Yeah.
same person. And
Yes.
if you mention the name or anything to do with this person, he goes after you.
Yep.
So, you just gotta just try to do
We
your best to stay
we
away from it. But
everybody's
then
like,
he's
"You can use your
coming right
channel."
after
Use my
you.
channel
We
anytime.
appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody that's asked this. Everybody's been like, "Hey, you guys can use our channel." I don't want to use anybody because YouTube had told us if they find out that we're on,
That we have another channel, even though we wouldn't be owners of your channel, but in their eyes, he could report it because he's saying that now that that's our channel.
Right.
And we just don't want to hurt anybody else's channel.
Yeah. Like he
Right.
can't say this because you own this, and
we're
we are
just
the
only your
guests.
one.
But if
Right.
we're having actually our show on another person's channel, then
Yeah, he might come after you. So
yeah,
Yeah.
YouTube is not done by humans. YouTube is
no,
done by
believe me,
AI.
I've tried to contact those people. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Have a good one, Joe. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks, Joe.
Because
Bye, Joe.
somebody sub-botted me. And of course I didn't know what the hell that was. So I had to find out what that was. And it's just
Yeah.
it's a
So we're
nightmare.
waiting.
is what
Actually,
it
we're
is.
waiting for the copyright claims board to figure out whether it's no, it's just copyrighted. It's not trademark.
Nope.
You can't trademark a name. You can't trademark a logo. You can
No,
trademark a slang, a name.
Yeah.
Yeah. A logo you have to have copyrighted.
Right. Okay. Mark wants to know, well, geez, how can others avoid this happening to them? Don't hang out with
get
that guy
involved
for
with this
one.
man.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't get involved with the gentleman.
And that's why
The
we're
paranormal people.
and that's why we're doing this, because this helps out other people too. It's hard for those people that were affected to go in a legal battle with him because they don't have everything that we have, like proof of our LLC, everything like that.
Right.
So us doing this also helps out other channels that have been affected by this, and it helps prevent other channels from having to ever go through this.
Yeah, because there's like 5 other channels that he's been trying to take down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's going after anybody that even
Yes.
hints on who the person is. So that
Mhm.
I've been watching in the background, but I've been keeping my mouth shut. So
and we totally understand that.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Yes.
I mean, everybody that's given so far,
I mean, you have
we
everybody's
appreciate it.
support, but you got to watch it because, like I said, I've been watching it since day one, and anybody that's been involved with him, mentioned him, used anything of his, he's gone after them. And
Yes.
they've got 100% solid proof of what's been going on, and he still, has been hitting people with, like you said, the copyright claims and all of that stuff. So it's
Yeah.
And all I
it's
say is,
mad
like,
mess.
if he comes across and he says anything, you hear anything, all you have to do is fact check.
Yeah.
Do your own research.
Just do your research,
Yeah.
and you're gonna know it's not.
Unfortunately, you guys are getting the full brunt of it, and hopefully, yes, if you guys can, please donate to help them out with the legal fees, because you know how that is. Court's expensive.
Yes.
Just to fight
Very.
for your, the right to show that you're honest and all of that. It's ridiculous what you got to go through.
Yeah.
So hopefully it
It's not
turns out
stopping us.
well. I mean, it's just insane what people do. He's got too much time on his hands. That's what I say.
He
Go get a
does.
job,
Yeah.
man. Just get a job. Leave people alone. Go get a job. Oh my
Amen.
Amen.
God.
It's like Maddie said will walk in the house and then be like, "Have you seen the email?" I'm like, "Oh
Oh
Jesus,
boy, not
And
again,
then,
right?
now what email?" I'm like, "It's not coming from YouTube."
Oh man.
Uh,
And it is
No,
it's
but
very
we-
difficult to contact YouTube for anything.
yeah.
It is. But
'Cause,
it's not stopping us. We are starting
Good.
our season off, and we got that coming up. So we keep on going.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
Yep.
All right, Miss Sage wants to know, where would you like to investigate if you could?
I would have to say, if I could ever go, either like the Queen Mary, and if it was safe and I wasn't worth of getting killed, I would say, what's that? Cecil Hotel.
Oh, mine would be Alcatraz.
Yes, that's popular with a lot of people, Alcatraz.
Yes,
That'd
maybe
be cool.
because so many people can't get in there.
Mhm.
Well, I heard
And then
rumors, mind you, it's rumors that they're thinking about opening up again for tours. So you might want
that
to
would,
look into that.
yeah, we had a lady on our podcast. She went on a tour, and she's a paranormal investigator. And one of the guards, they were like, I don't know, 30 or whatever with
No,
the
she just
guard.
was good friends with them.
Oh, I can't remember.
Welcome, Steve.
And she they actually took her to like the area that some people don't get to go to investigate.
Yeah.
And she went
Right.
and did some really cool investigating and had some really
Nice.
good stuff too.
Yeah, it's pretty well. All the stuff that's happened there, I could just imagine. Hey, Cheza, how you doing, sweetie? Again, just everybody that's in the chat, I just want to apologize for the avatar tonight. You know, I don't usually do that. My camera just decided to go wonker on me, so I truly apologize for that. Let's see. I just don't want to miss anybody's
Nocturnal frequency.
Nocturnal Frequency Radio. That's Steve. Awesome. Okay, here we go. Mark wants to know, why are no debunkers calling out wankers like this?
They are.
They are.
They are, Mark.
And that's why
That's
they're getting taken
They're
down.
in trouble for it.
Yeah.
That's
the
why things
thing.
are getting taken down.
Just a couple of like Side Eye Guy, the debunker, Beardo,
Yeah,
Truth or
Dust.
Demons. All those are the people he's going after.
yeah. You guys know the
They're all-
list because it's been
Yep,
floating
they're all
around out there.
debunkers, and I'm fine with that. I mean, if they want to say that, I know Seg was at here in the United States, and he said one of the places that wasn't haunted. He just said he didn't get no activity. I don't think he said he wasn't
Well,
haunted.
no.
But
Right,
I've
because you
been
can't
there,
make that
and I've
judgment
gotten
call just by
Huh?
one visit. You can't make that
Yeah,
judgment
I'm
call
like,
by one visit.
because
Yeah.
I was talking to Maddie, and I was like, we've been there and we've gotten activity. So, you know, that's his opinion. You never know.
Right.
People, we didn't have the greatest time at Waverly, but people have tons of
Off the chain.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so it just depends on the night.
Right. That's why I always encourage everybody, you write down your data, you keep that, because you're going to have to go back multiple times before you might even get the least little thing.
Mhm.
And then
Yep,
you can,
Florio.
yeah, Florio as well. Yep.
Florio. We talk
Anybody
every
that,
day.
anybody that opens their mouth or mentions, it's just, it's bad
Me-
news. Bad
Me and
news.
Florio, we talk all the time.
Yeah, Joe said, yeah, somebody in that group did say not haunted.
Yeah, it wasn't Side Eye Guy. It was somebody else in that group that was there.
All right. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't make that judgment call. You've only been there once for a couple of hours. So that's why you got to go back multiple times, years. Some people go back for years before they can get anything. It's just the way it is. And that's why I always tell everybody, they'll be watching, your live feed or your videos. And, well, this sucks because there's nothing there, nothing going on. That was just one time. You got to realize we have to, as investigators or hunters or whatever you want to call yourselves, you have to go back multiple times before you can get any kind of evidence, or not evidence, but I usually say data, because we haven't really proved anything. So it's all speculation. But the least little sound, touch, anything. It's you have to collect all of this data over years. Hey Rob, how's it going? Welcome.
Hey, Joe Vitel's on here.
Yeah, Joe, we love Joe. Joe's always visiting.
Joe followed us.
I have Joe on a lot of times. So of course you guys don't know that, but yeah.
No relation to Eric?
No, he's no relation to Eric.
Okay. Eric's a good guy too.
So, Piggy said that Kenny said it. Kenny, the Dream Crusher.
Kenny's the heavier side guy. Beard.
Yeah, the white beard.
Yeah.
He works for a Skeptical Inquirer. Kenny's awesome. Yeah, but we all call him the Dream Crusher because he finds the scientific proof. So it's but that's why you gotta love him, because he does his research. He does the experiments. So, he doesn't mean to spoil anybody's fun, but I mean, proof is proof. You know what I mean?
Right.
Joe says,
Well,
yeah,
I mean, it's
when
like
people
fishing.
report.
It's like if you go fishing one day and you don't get a bite, you gonna say that lake is empty?
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to go back multiple times, multiple times.
Right.
Joe says, yeah, when people report that their homes are haunted, they are not claiming things happen every single day. They can go weeks or months without incident. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if they don't like you, they don't like your energy, they might not communicate at all with you.
They might say, yeah, I mean, not for nothing. If you say you're the spirit, they come into your domain. And then
It's your
somebody
house.
starts messing with you and start, like when people provoke, hey, what are you going to do to the spirit for one? It's not like you could, beat them up, and if it was me, I'd be laughing. I would mess with them just to scare the shit out of them, technically. But, what are you going to do to them? They don't have to perform for you if they don't want to.
Yeah. Think about how many times people have gone into McAteer Villa, investigated, and asked questions all night long. You would get tired too.
Yeah, I just
Of like answering the same questions over and over. Hey, walk by that machine, push the balloon, or
I drop kick it. Like, how about this?
I would like
Boom!
pick something up and throw it down the stairs and really like make them run.
No wonder why they always make our equipment break. They're tired of it.
Oh yeah, they're like, I ain't playing with this. They drop kick it across the room. I mean, that's and like I said, everybody has their own style. Where me, like when I go anywhere, I just sit down and just have a general conversation, like the person is living, and wait for a response. I'm not going to say like, well, if you don't do this, or or throw something at. No, I don't want to get hit with something. Why would I want that? But that's what people do. So
Yeah.
Be like, you want to see haunted? Watch this.
yeah.
Boom!
Be like, nobody come to that house. I'm going to that house is me.
Right. You see, like Leanne, she says, I can confirm that I have activity in my house, but I can't predict it, and it's random. Yeah, same thing here in my house. My house has something here. We've lived peacefully for 30 years. And every now and then something will happen. I'm like, yep, okay, I know you're still here, but that's pretty much it. It's just, they're not performing monkeys.
No.
Yes. Piggy says, Kenny said that he says a place is not haunted until it has been proven to be haunted. Well, yeah, that's
the way he looks at it.
That's the way he looks at it.
Yeah, people got very bent out of shape about that. I'm like,
sure
that's his
they did.
opinion.
Yeah. And he doesn't do it to upset people. He's just letting you know that, listen, it hasn't been proven. So you can't. And see, that's why I never say, oh, this is paranormal. Because I haven't proven that it is. So I can say as well, gee, it's up for, debate. It's up for your opinion. You let me know what you think. Because, it's just an open door. Because I don't know either.
Yeah.
Until, pretty much, because I think we asked Joe Patel one time, what would you consider being actually proof of a ghost or a spirit? And he pretty much said, well, when one would come up and just kick him dead in his ass, then he knows, okay, that's real. I mean, you can't deny that,
Joe, Or Joe, you get licked on the side of the face.
Right, like Steph. Yeah, the licking ghost.
The lick just came up again.
How could you defend yourself from a lick?
The licking phantom.
Yeah.
It's paranormal.
Exactly. See, he says, imagine people asking you for your name or knocking or something 1,000 times a year. I know, you'd get so over it.
Yeah.
That's why we tell people at our events that when they come and investigate with us at the events, that talk to them like they're your friend.
You're meeting somebody from the first time. And I'm not talking like, what's your name? My name's this.
Yeah, not an interview.
No. But like, hey, I like the weather outside. It's nice and gloomy. I like gloomy weather. What about you? See if they respond.
General conversation. Yep.
Yeah.
Because I tell people too, I'm like, you're in their house. Can you imagine you taking a shower and then you come out of the shower and there's 12 people sitting in your living room? What are you going to do? You're going to be like, oh, turn around and walk back into your room.
Yep.
Hey, dude, could you turn that water back on for us? Drop that towel.
Hopefully you're wearing a towel. You can walk out of your house naked and be like, whoa.
Steph said, or
Hey, that'll
tickle.
be their problem, you know.
What?
A
Didn't
lot
like
of
the
people
lick
walk
and
around
tickle.
naked.
I am not. That's not my type of spirit.
If the spirit is tickling me, I'm screaming and running.
Screaming. She's running, guys. She's running. Yeah, Leanne says, yeah, they were standing in the hallway, and Kenny said it wasn't haunted. Seg and Stevie agreed. Oh.
I mean,
You're right, Steph. How do you defend yourself against a lick? I know, really.
Yeah.
I have been touched, and I've had things whisper my name and stuff in my ears a lot. So I've had a lot of experiences like that. But if anything ever licked me, I'm sorry, I'm out. That is
that
just
just crosses the line.
yeah.
That's where I crossed the line on that
Yeah,
one.
I think so.
I don't know. Is Duker still in here? Spooky Dookie still in here? I want to ask him about see if he's ever been licked.
Let's see. Here's
Ew,
Joe
no
says
comment.
if I ever see ghost titties, 100% real. And he's
Haunted.
buying the
I'm
place.
haunted.
Joe.
I missed that one.
Ghost boobies. That's
Oh,
freaking
ghost-
hilarious.
So
Yep, with no tongue, just wants to aggravate you. Yeah, this spooky dookie pop back in.
Hi. Steve, you're gonna get licked at the next event.
Uh-oh.
Show us on the haunted doll where the spirit
touched you. It was on my hand, Steph.
I have a haunted doll. I need you to show me where they touched you, licked you.
Okay, so
All
next
right, I
time
don't usually
someone
do
comes
this during a live program, but Steph, I'm sorry. That one deserves deserves.
No, I'm when some event like, oh, I got. It's like,
Did you get?
did you get licked? Did they lick you? No. Okay.
He's eating his popcorn. So yesterday on our podcast, we have one of our associates is a police officer, and his second duty, like his off duty, he works at the movie theater, and him and Steve Spooky Doogie are good friends. He's like, "Hey, I expect some popcorn, at my house." When he woke up this morning, he had 4 10-gallon bags of popcorn on his front porch.
Score.
Yeah, I was like, I told him, I wish I had a girlfriend like that.
Especially if it was kettle corn. That stuff's from the devil. Oh man.
It's that
Hey,
movie.
Sandra
It's
Pink,
that movie
welcome in.
popcorn.
Oh, jeez. So yeah, hey, I would consider that a score. Get it before the raccoons do.
Yeah. He sent the picture. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's really
Ray came
weird.
through.
Yeah, that's weird. Let's see.
See.
Mark says C-top lick, you need moisture and physical tongue. How is that possible?
Well, that's what we were talking. Is it dry
right.
or is it wet?
That's what I'm saying. If it's wet, that would totally freak me out. Now, as far as we're talking about ghosts and spirits. Do you guys believe that demons exist?
I think yes. I don't think they're as common as people say they are. Like, because if you look at people like online, they say every place is a demon in the basement. I don't believe that, but I do believe that there's stuff out there. I believe a lot of times people think that there's demons. I think it's just a very empty spirit. I think they're just, that's who they were in the living, and they're like in the death now. But I don't think they're common. But I think they're out there, 100%. I can't prove they're not.
Yeah, I mean, well, growing up Catholic, there's always said there's demons.
Yeah.
But I don't think TikTok is totally gone crazy with that whole demon thing. I don't think there's a demon in an abandoned building jiggling a door handle or opening a door. And it's funny because I was asked by 2 gentlemen last week. They were religious. They were Baptist. They asked me to take a survey, and I said, "Well, I don't know if you really want my answers." And the guy's like, "Well, I know you're going to hell by what you're wearing."
Oh,
And
that's a bad right there.
I always wear like Haunted Souls Paranormal
Right.
gear, support my company. I advertise.
Mhm.
I don't think I wear anything else, but I have plenty of dress shirts and everything with that. But I asked him, I said, "So what is the spirit? What are the apparitions that I've seen?"
There you go. Right.
And he's like, "Well, they're demons. They want your soul." I'm like, "But what about the guy that was walking away down the hallway from me? He didn't ask me about my soul. He never even talked to me. He never even looked at me. So why would he want my soul?
Mhm.
What is that?"
I don't think the little girl that I'm coloring with in the room is gonna be a demon. We were just coloring
I
in a
mean, I
coloring
can
book.
understand if one wants your soul, I can understand that.
Yeah.
But to say that to say that every spirit or every apparition or whatever is a demon, I don't believe that.
Right. Well, I think, well, yeah, if you're miserable in your, in life, then you're miserable in the afterlife. You just carry it with you. Because some
Right.
people just don't let that go. Let's see. Joe says, yeah, not claiming this is fact. It is believed that I also believe this that demonic entities work in the background. I've never noticed there are exceptions. Well, no, because I'm saying, yeah, we don't know if there's truly demons. I mean, I Joe has had his own experiences with a bad spirit.
Mhm.
So you have to stay on the fence with that as well because we don't truly know.
Right. And like
Right.
the only demons that we've really seen is like exorcist, possession.
Mhm.
Um,
But I
those
know people have had experiences, like, in their home.
yeah, I mean, we've had a lady that's had multiple exorcisms,
Mhm.
and she tells her story, and you're like, "Oh my god!" Like,
And it happened in her home.
yeah, and it happened in her home.
Yeah.
I think, I always say with anything paranormal, cryptic, anything, I can't prove it's not real. So I can't say that it's not real.
So here we go. My voice text is really stupid today. Don't worry about it, Joe. We get what you're meaning. Mark's saying that he's being devil's advocate, no pun intended, but like he says, it says the demons will mimic the dead and they're aimed to lure you into false security and being a loved one, etc. Exactly. Portraying themselves as a young child, very friendly until they gain your trust and then things turn ugly. So it's, you just don't know. That's why you can't say,
Yep.
So
they're not there because we don't have 100% proof like everything else.
Yeah.
what does the demon want in the long run?
Your soul.
Is that what he's trying to get?
That's what the tale is. Yes. Good night, Betty,
Okay,
sweetie. Thanks
so
for joining us.
so the tale is that they want your soul.
Mhm.
So by you inviting them into your body is giving them your soul?
Well, no. They're saying, like, they lure you to where you're weak and you trust them, and it's kinda like a
And then they
it's
just take it.
it's a psychological thing.
Well, it's also been stated that they will take over the body. So they pretty much like a parasite and make you do things that you wouldn't normally do.
Mhm.
And then eventually driving you mad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what is being said in a lot of incidences.
So if you're a strong-minded person,
Then they have no
it's a little bit
chance.
harder. So
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
deal more than you were saying, demons deal more with the weak-minded.
Right. Well,
and
that's the easy prey.
Right.
yeah.
It's the old saying, the strong survive. So if, you have true faith in yourself and your beliefs, and, I find it would be difficult for them to take over, strong in mind
Right.
and spirit. So it's, they're not going to come after you because I am not going to be able to get that. But if you get somebody who suffers from depression or, mental health issues, that's easy target because they're
Mhm.
already feeling down on themselves, let's see. Joe says, demon doesn't want your soul. Demonic entities have had a purpose, and it is to pull people away from God. Again, not spitting facts based on beliefs. Yeah, that's true. It's That's true. They're
Mhm.
just out there to screw with everybody.
Yeah.
So everybody just needs to not believe in God, and the spirits won't.
So, well,
The
sorry.
demons won't bother you. No, I've always been told that demons want priests. Like they possess the human body to get priests because that's what they want. They want the religious priests.
Well,
But they don't really want you, but they want them.
and I think it's pretty much anybody that, like I said, is struggling because my niece had her own experience. She was going through depression, and then she started having. This is the one that lived in the haunted house in Missouri,
Mhm.
and she ended up having issues while living in that house, extreme issues to where my sister-in-law had to move. And once they left the home, then my niece started to recover from whatever was affecting her. They had multiple things going on in that house. And God, I wish I could remember the
So
name of the
if
street is on, because I mean, not for nothing. People, and it was up for sale for years and years and years. And there was always stories. There's a big story behind that house. And seeing that you guys are in Missouri, it would be great if you could get access in there and investigate it. In the basement, there is an octagon-shaped room. And you have to go through these doors, and on the floor there is markings and stuff. So they did some kind of ritual crap in that house. And back in the 1800s, when I'm going to try to make this as short as I can, the orphan train used to come through town, and the people that owned this house always would pick up orphans off the train, and they would have these kids for a little while, and the kids would disappear. And apparently they've done this multiple times, but nobody ever found out what happened to the children. So whether they were using them for sacrifice or whatever, but there's some really strange stuff that goes on in that house. And they did have an investigation team come in. They did document stuff. And my sister-in-law goes, I don't want to know. The sign is going up. And they sold it and got out because it did bothered her that much. Stories are that the little boy, they found my niece seeing this, her and her friends, little boy sitting on the dining room table, an elderly woman walking around in the kitchen. When you make up the beds and then you go back to your bedroom, you'd see little children's footprints all over the beds. And then you would hear giggling in the house. And then if you went into the basement, it was my sister-in-law wouldn't let nobody in the basement. You had the most horrible sense of dread when you went into the basement. So something bad really actually happened there, and we don't know.
Oof.
I'm still trying to remember what the address is so I could have somebody check it out. Because I want, I asked my niece, well, do you remember who the team was? Because maybe we could have access to the tape. And she doesn't
Right.
remember who they were. I'm like, shit. Because they have documented proof.
Oof. That'd be cool to get in.
If I could find out what it is, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's only Memphis, Missouri. It's only a few hours ride for you guys.
Your mom said, how many licks does it take?
Huh?
That's what she said in chat.
Oh,
Your mom said, how many licks does it take?
stop looking at the chat.
Oh, yeah, to get to the center of the ghost investigator. Steph. Steph, you're killing me.
We might have to have
my
Steven on
God.
there.
Let's see. Joe says it is also believed that the reason why a person gets possessed is because God allows it to happen and forced it to happen. Apparently, demons don't like to possess people. Yeah, I don't know. Joe, I mean, Joe, you would know more about that. You've had your experience, so it's an experience I wouldn't want to have, to be honest.
Yeah, personally, no. Okay.
I've had many experiences, and that's one I don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leanne says
we had
Go ahead.
June Lundgren on our podcast. She's a demon slayer. She's been like with Zach Baggins. She's been on different TV shows and stuff.
Right.
And she had said that does she have a near-death experience? Do you remember?
I'm gonna be no, I don't. I completely can't. I remember her. I cannot remember anything about her podcast.
Yeah, I think she said she had a near-death experience, and they came in and said that this is going to be your job, and she does it. She can see them. she said that, like, Zach said he saw that demon in the demon house. That demon's been chasing him for his lifetime. And she's like, well, and she kept telling him, well, if you keep conjuring it, it's going to happen.
Yeah, I got my opinions about Zach Bagans, so we'll just keep that to myself.
Douchebaggins.
Well, I know some people that have
Uh,
worked with him, and it's not good. So,
Yeah.
oh my
I have to
god,
say though, his museum is pretty cool in
So,
Vegas.
right? I don't know if he lets. No, he doesn't let people. Does he let people film in there? I don't remember.
No, you cannot film.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, the waiting room is the last place you can take pictures or anything before you
Right.
go in.
Yeah, Joe says,
just-
yeah. Go ahead.
Go on.
Joe says, yeah, that experience with Seven wasn't exactly good time. And there have been a lot others in the field who have experienced Seven. Well, see, I didn't want to mention any of it, Joe, because it was a personal thing that you went through. So that's, no, it didn't sound like it was a good time. And I wouldn't, recommend anybody conjuring up any of that stuff because they're nuts. So I don't know.
Yeah,
So what are the plans for the future for you guys?
We got an event coming up on March 21st. That is the event that kicks off our season at Arcadia Academy here in Missouri. It's a great location. If you like priests and nuns, that's the place. And it's one of those places that you're like, well, when you're dealing with that, you're like, well, do you deal with the demon part of it? It's like, nope, there's no demons there. There's no nice. The spirits there's a heavy energy, but it's nothing demonic. Beautiful location. That's on March 21st. And we got tons of other events that were coming up. We got Sheboygan, the State Asylum. We got Missouri State Penitentiary that we talked a lot about.
Berlin Haunted Church and Rectory.
Yes.
In Berlin, Wisconsin.
Yes. But we also have some really good smaller locations that are just as good.
Sure.
We got Glore Psychiatric Museum. We got Ray County.
Ashmore
States.
Pythian Castle.
Pythian Castle.
I should just be saying it myself.
We got tons of good ones. It's all on our website, hauntedsoulz.com. Yeah, go get it.
And then we're kicking off a raffle that's going to be going on. We're raffling off 2 tickets to Missouri State Penitentiary. You get the free night of investigating. You get your 45 minutes to an hour private time in the gas chamber with no other guests around, just you and one investigator with you. You get a body cam to wear all night for free, and if you have the God helmet there, you'll get a God helmet session for free with your ticket.
Nice.
Yeah, there'll be $10 a spot. We're only going to have 100 spots, so all the money goes to our legal fees.
Get it while you can, guys. And so now that the Paranormal Puppy has shut down your channel for a little while, you guys will be doing all of your streaming from Facebook, correct?
Yes, Facebook and Twitch.
Yep. So
we'll be
that's
back
where you guys can. That's where you guys can find them. Is Facebook and Twitch. If you're not subscribed, go check them out. It is a must. Enjoy what they've got going on, and anything last to say there, guys, before we let you get going.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Oh, you're very
great.
Thanks for the support, all you guys as followers that came over and followed us and everything. Like I said, if you can't donate, just sharing it on your page, you can reach people that we might not know, and everything, and it's greatly appreciated.
Wonderful. So if you guys can, donate a little, or even if you don't, just show support in any other way that you can. They would truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for posting all of the links, Pinky and Candy. I appreciate that. The mods are the best.
Yes.
And also, guys, just remember, please like, share, subscribe, comment, all the bells and whistles that YouTube likes to make us ring, and all the hoops they make us jump through. And if you want, check out the merch shop because we got some fun stuff in there. I want to thank you, Dan and Maddie. You guys have been great. You're welcome back anytime. Just give me a
Thank you.
holler.
Thank you.
We will touch base with you in the future to see, how your year has turned out, because I like to always do a follow up so
Yeah.
people know what you're up to. So hopefully by then the YouTube channel will be up and running again.
Yes.
Yes.
So until then, guys, you have a great evening. Oh, don't forget, Morning Brew is on Friday morning. So please show up with some coffee and some great chat. Until, guys, remember, always live life a little bit on the raw side. You guys have a great night.
Bye.
Guys.